We can shrink the headphones too in post.
Oh, can you?
No.
Oh.
0, 1. Let's get started.
Welcome to episode 12 Unforced Errors. Today we have the 7-time medal winners, the pride of Charleston, South Carolina, and finally our first female guest. We are dying for a female guest. We need some presence on here. Long intro. Olivia McMillan, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here.
What a great intro. Thanks.
Yeah, he's good at that.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
He works hard at it.
It's all I do if you ask him, apparently. Awesome. So I think obviously we need to get into who you are and where you're from and, you know, the intro to sports and all of those questions. So give us a rundown.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I'll dive right in. So I'm born and raised in Charleston, South Carolina. I grew up playing tennis, started when I was 12 actually, and then ended up playing for College of Charleston and played a little bit after college. Loved it. That was, tennis was my first love. And about 8 years ago, discovered pickleball and never thought in a million years I'd be here playing pickleball full time as my career. So it's been a wild ride.
Yeah, that's super cool. And 8 years ago is kind of like you got in early.
Yeah, I've been saying 8 years for a couple years now. So it might be closer to 9, maybe 10.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, probably 9. But it was really, I played with a lot of older folks, and that's really what it was back then. Not a lot of people really knew about pickleball. So when all my friends were like, "You're playing pickleball? What are you doing? What is this sport?" No one knew it. And so I was like, listen, there's so much more to it than you think, and there's so much strategy. So just, you got to trust me on this, And so here we are, and everyone knows. It's now the minority of people who don't know what it is and who haven't played. So it's been a really cool progression throughout those last couple years.
Oh, yeah. It's the fastest growing sport, I think, still.
Yeah.
So you really can't hate
absolutely. On it. And even worldwide, right? Like you see Asia. PPA just launched PPA Asia. You've got Vietnam. You've got Australia. The list goes on of, India has a huge league. So it's really cool to see it expanding internationally. And that's super exciting to play over there too.
Oh, yeah. That's super cool.
Yeah.
So what was your first exposure? How did somebody pull you into that from tennis? Because there's always this little bit of a rift here between tennis players and pickleball players, and it's interesting to hear people that came from tennis
Sure.
to say like, oh, I guess it's not as bad as I thought. As a tennis purist,
right?
People are just anti-pickleball for no reason, but other than to be a purist. So it's like,
right.
What was the first exposure, and what was your first thoughts?
Sure. I was the exact same. I was the tennis purist that said, what on earth is this wiffle ball paddle sport? This is ridiculous. I was actually living in Savannah, Georgia at the time, and I was working in tennis and golf apparel sales, and I was doing a show at a country club. And these ladies that I played tennis with, they're like, Liv, you got to try pickleball. I'm like, no. Just flat out, no, I'm not doing it. And long story short, they just slowly kind of convinced me to do it. And I said, oh, this is actually pretty cool. And they said, well, there's a local tournament coming up. You should play in it. I'm like, what? No way. This is like blowing my mind. So played that. And then there was a local pro that was like, hey, we should hit a little bit and see, where you want to take it. And then I found out there was a US Open for pickleball. I was like, what on earth? So it was, I kind of went from there, and it's really just exploded. Like it's still fascinating for me, even to talk with people who love pickleball and people who, are new to it, to talk about this progression of where we are now versus when everyone else kind of first started. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's so cool that you got in that early. But how long did you play or like even mess around with it before you decided to enter a tournament?
Like a pro tournament?
Well, just any tournament. Because I feel like to enter a tournament, you got to be somewhat serious or thinking like, or are you just competitive or?
Oh, well, super competitive, number one. I think we all are to an extent, especially if you're playing pickle and you need that, competitiveness. I feel like college athletes, we lose that competitive drive that we had.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to get back into a sport where you can learn it and grow and definitely figure out, wow, I can actually go pro in this because I couldn't go pro in tennis. So yeah, it was, I would say less than a year. I mean, it was back then, it's like the game was so different. So it was the drops, the finesse, like that was really the driving force. So I remember being like, okay, the US Open is in Naples, Florida. Sure. Okay, great. And went down and I entered 4-5, I think. I didn't even play pro. I was so lost. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then won that. And then I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And it just goes from there. I mean, it's been around for a while.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But so you like naturally picked it up pretty quick then.
Yeah. And I think being a lefty too, I had some advantages and it was different than most would see. I mean, now you've got quite a bit of lefty pros, but back then I think it was me and like one other person.
Okay.
So
I do hate playing lefties. So
Yeah.
I agree.
I hate playing
It changes
lefties.
my whole, like, I'm
It
like, I have
does.
too much to think about already. It's
Oh,
not-
for sure. You're
this
like,
is
wait,
horrible.
that's supposed to be a backhand.
Yes.
And that's a forehand that she's hitting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even when I play lefties, because we have the same tendencies, we're baiting in the middle, and you go for your shots, you're like, darn it, he's a lefty, you know, and like you forget as well.
Yeah.
What did the friends and family think when you were like, I'm into this pickleball thing? Were they like, are you sure? Is this like, you know, was it some hesitation there?
Yeah, you know, my parents, they saw how much I love tennis, and obviously as a professional pickleball player now, but you played college tennis. It's like you dedicated your whole life to this, and now you're not playing tennis anymore and you're playing pickleball. And you're like, yes, I mean, there's so much strategy and there's so much to it. And it's like, you kind of have to trust me on this one. And I mean, now my dad plays like 3-4 times a week. He loves it. He's entering local tournaments
Dude,
now,
nice.
and which I love. I'm like, Dad, I'm your coach and we're going to win. We're winning.
Sounds like Frank's dad.
Yeah, my dad also plays at 74. He's loves
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
He
it's
just started
great.
playing, and now it's 2 days a week. And if he misses it, it's the end of the world.
End of the world. Yes, that's number one priority on the list is pickleball. But it's, you know, it's awesome. And that's, you know, to the point of pickleball, the community, it doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, you have a place in the pickleball community, which is really rare for sports.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Anybody that was an early influence or mentor in the sport? Anyone that helped guide you once you kind of got going? I mean, you said you knew a pro right out of the gate, so that's probably a good start of like giving you the lay of the land, but
Right.
anyone specific outside of...
Yeah, I actually took lessons when I was, you know, there's bugs in my ear saying, hey, you know, you could actually go pro and enter the open division. I'm like, holy moly, I thought this was going to be a country club sport and
Yeah.
just be recreational. So I actually took from a guy, he's in Orlando, Tony Giannoni. A lot of pros still use him, and he's a phenomenal coach, and he helped me a lot kind of get the groundwork going, really understand the game, and also the mental side of it too. I mean, as you guys probably know, pickleball is so much more mental than people think.
Yeah.
It is physical, of course, but man, like you have to be on all the time.
Yeah.
11 points is pretty fast.
Yeah.
So he was a big influence off the bat for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's good to like meet that person when you're starting out to kind of lock you in.
Yeah.
Kind of help you, especially the mental game. We talk about that all the time on here because my mental game is just terrible.
Well,
Especially if I play against old ladies. I just like,
that's his kryptonite.
yeah, it is.
Is it really?
He hit
It is,
one
it
old
is.
lady in the face one time.
It was like the second time I played and I hit
Oh,
her
no.
glasses off her face. She was really cool about it. But since then,
Right.
it's like stuck in my head that
So now you're never again?
If we
I'm-
played
I'm
a
ve-
tournament,
I'm very
against
hestant.
all older women, we would lose every game.
Yeah.
So
She
if
just,
I ever
like,
play you guys, I know I should just bring in
Yeah, because
Yeah.
an older lady.
Because you could never obviously beat us without an older.
Oh
woman,
no,
right?
not at all.
Yeah.
I'm very worried about this.
I mean,
guys.
have
Yeah,
you seen
yeah.
my medal? I don't know. If
I
you
know.
saw
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Front and center, folks. Look at this.
It's really shiny.
Look at this medal. What's the backstory there?
Well, it's called just riding my buddy's coattails. That's,
Yeah.
that's what we did. Yeah, but hey, that's me. 3-3 going to 5-0 this year. It's no big deal.
Road to pro.
Yeah, obviously. So, speaking of going pro, where I guess you've kind of touched on this a little bit, but when did you realize like this is going to be more than a hobby and this is more than a country club sport? When can you say I'm going to be done working my regular job and saying like full throttle in a pickleball?
Sure. I would say 4-ish years ago, I was playing part-time pro pickleball. So I think a lot of us were, because there just wasn't enough money to support yourself. I mean, there were some like early trailblazers that started, like Tyson has his Tyson camps, and he did an amazing job really laying that foundation. But for most of us who are getting into the sport, you still had to have a full-time job. So I would play probably 5-6 tournaments a year, but I was still practicing. I'm like, I really do want to make this full-time at some point. That was my ultimate goal. And then 2 years ago, actually, April 2 years ago, I decided I'm going to quit my job. I was doing a little bit of coaching on the side, but I was playing tournaments. I got offered a gold card with PPA, and I was like, hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
This kind of sparked a little bit of, wow, I think I actually can do this. And so I had a director job, so paid pretty well. And I just decided, I'm like, you know what? I'm making good money playing pickle, and let's just do it. Let's just jump in. And, if I fail, the corporate world will still be there.
Yeah.
And this is the opportunity for me to do this and follow my dreams. So I did it.
Yeah, that's
Good
awesome.
for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Hey,
on that.
it was a lot scarier than I'm making it sound, for sure. My parents were like, well, what about 401k and insurance and stability? And I'm like, well, life of an entrepreneur, you just got to jump in and figure it out. And
Take the risk.
day by day, take the risk, right?
Hey, but you made it. You're doing good.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm on your podcast. So.
Yeah.
This is a sign of making it.
I mean, I got a mug too.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you know you've made it.
Yes.
We're doing big things here. So once you became a pro player, how do you handle the stress that comes with that? You just said all of these financial reasons, essentially.
Sure.
Like, where's the mindset, and how do you process all of that once you're like, okay, well, the safety net's gone now. Now we're hopping into this thing.
Sure. I mean, I think when Tour Wars happened, before that, it was certainly a concern, right? You're like, okay, it's prize money based, it's not salary based, and how do I make extra income, and where's the prize money, all of that, right? And I'm a forward thinker, so I'm always thinking about, okay, what's the next step? What's my fallback plan? That kind of thing. And then Tour Wars happened, which gave us a little bit more stability with that. But it's tough. I mean, I also run the pickleball program at the Daniel Island Club. And so I do that when I'm not on tour. But yeah, I mean, it is stressful, especially with a sport that is still in its infancy stages, right, comparatively. But you just have to work hard, and you have to make your connections and just do what you got to do. But it's like any athlete. You have the stress, but you just have to maintain it and work every day at it.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you notice, I mean, this is kind of going back, but did you notice like the growth of pickleball in like 2020 and like see how many people were out kind of playing? I know it was like, because I played a lot of disc golf. I got into it at like during like COVID and stuff.
Carl's a pro.
That's so hard. Wait, are you a pro, really?
Is
he?
I'm locally, but not really.
That's such a
I
hard
play
sport.
in that level, but I have only ever got second. But
That's still great.
I love doing it, or at least I did until I found pickleball. Now I don't really play that much.
Yeah,
But
happens.
all that to say, like that sport was really growing during that time too, because you could get out and play, and I think that's kind of what led pickleball to that huge boom.
Oh, for
But,
sure.
like, did you notice that happening, or was it like what did you think about all that?
Yeah, I was living in Jacksonville Beach, Florida during COVID, and there was like 6 courts down the street, so we would always go there. We would have no problem getting a court. It doesn't matter what time of day. And then COVID happened, which is a great thing. But all of a sudden we had this influx, and it was younger people. It wasn't, the 60, 70-year-olds that you're typically seeing on the court. It's 20-year-olds, it's 30-year-olds, these pro athletes coming out, and you're like, holy moly, we can't get a court anymore, and no one's letting us keep a court. So, but it was great to see, and there was nothing else to do during COVID. And I think that's when people really started to realize how amazing pickleball actually is, and how strategic, and, people are out there for 3-4 hours. You look at your watch, you're like, holy moly, it's 10 o'clock at night, I gotta go.
Yeah.
But 2020 I think was definitely the surge year.
Yeah, it was. I definitely I also like how you keep saying that it's strategic, because it is. It's like crazy. And we were talking about this earlier, but like when I was watching like the pro level on TV and stuff like that, like Frank said, it's just seemed easy and basic.
Yeah.
Until you got in there and you're like, there's so much strategy involved, and I feel like that's the hardest thing to learn too, is kind of trying to be like fluent on the court and know where to go and what to do,
Right.
especially because you're playing mostly with like a doubles partner.
Yeah, it's tough. And I know I've mentioned strategy, and that's what I coach a lot about is, yes, you have to have your fundamentals, but you got to be able to out strategize your opponent, right? Like if you're not as physically fit as someone, okay, then use your brain, right? Like use your mind to your advantage. And it's like a game of chess. And then once people realize that, like you get to that level where you're like, oh man, this light bulb goes off, then that's when the fun happens with Pickle. And I think that's when people just get super hooked.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love watching people get hooked into it.
Me too.
It's the best, and it's easy to do too.
Especially the ones that bash pickleball, right? I mean, I definitely, I was one of those people. But to watch, be like, listen, just play once. Just please play once. And then you see the joy.
Yeah.
And you're like this big smile. You're like, oh yeah. We got him. We got him.
Yeah. Did you drag any of the people you used to play tennis with? Did you drag any people like into pickleball?
Yeah, it's funny. The College of Charleston alumni, the tennis team, they do an alumni weekend every year. And so 2 years ago, my coach, he's like, hey, guess what? We, set up a pickleball court. And he calls me out. He's like joking. He's like, and the number one, pickleball player in the world is right here. It's Olivia. I'm like, okay. And he's like, you're going to teach everyone how to play pickleball. And so I actually got a ton of people out. I even got my coach who was like, he's, tennis all the way. He even got out there, played with me. So that was a lot of fun to see other athletes just get out there and just have fun with it.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah.
I love seeing the tennis people come play pickleball, because it's like a lot of them are so good from like the baseline, and then when they come up, they're kind of like, now what do I do? You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm sure it translates pretty well, but there's definitely some differences.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of kitchen violations off the bat, myself included. I think tennis, the one good thing that translates is obviously your ground strokes. But yeah, coming up to that kitchen line, that's where it's a bit different. It gets a little bit, fuzzy, but you have the hand-eye coordination, which is a huge advantage. And I think a lot of tennis players will come in and translate straight into singles, because that's the easiest way to kind of just ease yourself into pickle, and then you learn the double strategy. But it's a lot of fun, you just rip that ball and come on in.
That's all.
It really is.
That's all it is in singles, right?
We started out playing singles, like
Just because there still wasn't like a lot. Open play was like still not that great. It's only been a couple years, but it was like
Right.
kind of mixed bag. Or if we would go like during the day on a weekend, it was like we would go before he has a show or something. It's like
Right.
nobody around.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I guess we'll just play singles.
Yeah.
And we just got so used to that. Then we started playing doubles. Like, whoa.
Yeah, I was like, this is a different
This
game.
is different. And now, like, we go back to singles once in a while. I'm like rushing up to the kitchen. I'm like, I can't cover this. Why am I up here?
Right. Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
that athletic. I cannot cover that.
You're like, I've been playing doubles too
Yeah.
long. Well, and these paddles too, right? These paddles are so hot now, and they're so powerful that like you can't really rush the kitchen anymore, because you're just gonna get past. But it's a lot different. I mean, and I went out to Collins when I moved back here from Florida a couple years ago. It was the same thing. Even 2 years ago, you'd go out to Collins, you'd get a court, and people would filter in, but it wasn't this huge gathering. But now it's like wild.
Yeah.
Like the amount of people out there waiting for courts is crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. I think it's good for the sport, and I think it's cool because that's kind of what got us into doubles too. Is like when Pickle Bar opened right here, we could just go over there and it's a open play, so you have like all these different skill levels.
Right.
So you're not showing up at a random court and kind of like. So for me personally, because I'm a people pleaser, I felt like I was taking up someone's time or space, because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, and they know what they're doing. They're waiting for me to get done. So it was nice to kind of have that. And I think it helps when you see a bunch of people showing up now that kind of don't know what they're doing, and then you can kind of like help. Like we helped these two guys the other day, literally taught them how to play, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's what I love so much about pickleball and about open play, is that people are so welcoming to people who are just starting out. And you see that at public courts all the time. It's like, hey, sorry, I'm a little, insecure because I don't know what I'm doing and I'm lost. And to have someone just be like, hey, come here. Let me show you how it's done. And that's why the sport's just growing like it is.
Yeah.
the social aspect is
Amazing.
untouched. I mean, there's just nothing like it. So
No, I mean, the amount of people that you meet, like the amount of people I've met through Pickle, just all over the place, just chit-chatting at tournaments or at a public court it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, and the amount of people that if I'm going somewhere, they're like, hey, well, I have a friend that, has a house there. Do you need housing? It's like, oh my gosh, I've never met this person, but like how lovely that you're opening your home. And that's just the part of the pickleball world that people who aren't in it don't get.
Oh yeah.
Right?
and you get that at all levels. It's like that's what's so
Yeah.
cool about it. It's like you could be super low level, and I've met so many friends just playing it.
Right.
And it's just like you're gonna run. Every sport is gonna have people you don't want to play with, but 99% of the people in this sport are amazing. So it's been
Yeah.
great.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even so, the Stop Alzheimer's Now, who they're one of my sponsors, kind of the same thing. Like I met the owner just through other friends that I knew, and then now I know other people through this organization, and I go and like coach them and I watch them play, and they're playing amateur, but I don't care. I'm like, oh my gosh, let's go.
Yeah.
Helping them out, and they help me out, and we just kind of travel as a group, which is really cool, and it just makes you so appreciative of Pickle.
Oh yeah, it's a great community. I do love that part of it. I actually met my the dude who's filling in right now my band for guitar from playing pickleball. So it was
Oh, no way.
super cool to meet him, and I think I might actually play a tournament with him because Frank doesn't want to do it. He's scared.
Scared, yeah. I'm probably.
He
not
got his
that
medal
guy.
and now he wants out.
Yeah.
is what
Oh,
it is.
one and done. He's
Yeah.
like, I got my medal, I'm done.
I'm never playing another tournament.
Yeah. Quit while you're ahead.
Yeah,
He peaked.
that's it.
But so how do you, I mean, speaking of like partners and stuff, how do you go into choosing a partner at the pro level too? Like what chemistry do you look for? What personality traits or anything? What do you look for in a partner?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we kind of briefly talked about this when I got here. I mean, it's similar to dating, right? I mean, you have to find the on-court chemistry that you like and personality traits that you like. And I want to have fun. I mean, obviously we're very competitive, but if I can keep it pretty lighthearted, I'm pretty fiery on the court. That's where I'm at my best, and I just want to support my partner and have the same thing back, right? The last thing I ever want is the eye roll from my partner, and it's towards me. I'm like, oh no. So yeah, it's, we all play the same tournaments every weekend, so you get to know those players on and off the court, and you just kind of reach out and you say, hey, let's play a couple tournaments, see how this works out. And sometimes it doesn't work out, and that's fine. We're still friends off the court, but you just have to find the match.
Yeah.
Online dating, you gotta find the match.
I found Frank.
Oh,
you know?
that's so sweet.
I never.
How'd you guys find each other?
I never eye roll him either, ever.
I eye roll him all the time. I mean, this guy's exhausting. My wife's like, he's like a kid. I said, well, yeah, he's just a big kid.
Well, maybe that's why it worked.
It does
Yeah,
work, though.
Yeah.
Opposites.
So who plays the left?
Carl plays
Me.
the left. Yeah,
Oh.
I'm terrible.
Yeah.
So,
That's why I'm exhausted from carrying him all the
Yeah.
time.
Is your,
I mean,
your back's hurting a
yeah,
little bit?
yeah.
ironically, we both have back problems too. So that's perfect. Yeah, that's great.
Wait, say,
That's how I learned that once you hit into like the mid 30s,
Yep.
for me, it was when it was like,
man, I know.
it just, whoa, what happened? Where did this herniated disc come from? Which is why I started playing, honestly, because I needed to do.
Right.
Physical therapist is like, well, what do you do to work out? I was like, well, you can tell I'm a pinnacle of health. Look at me. And so I said, I don't go to the gym because I hate it. And so I walk my dog 6 miles a day. And
Oh,
he's
wow.
like, well, that's great, but you're 35 or whatever I was at the time. And he's like, you got to do something more than that.
Sure.
So I wanted to play tennis 'cause I love tennis, but nobody wanted to play tennis.
Tennis is hard to pick up, I tell you.
Very.
And it's more serious. I'm coaching every morning, and I look over because we're all laughing on pickleball. We're listening to music, and then I look over at tennis, and I'm like, yeah, that court looks real big, and they don't look like they're having as much fun as we are. But yeah, I'm in my mid 30s as well. Not to like totally age myself, but went to my physical therapist this week, and he's like, Liv, are you like doing recovery? He like did some cupping on my back, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, is this what happens when
Yes.
you get your mid 30s?
Yeah, it is. But luckily, I look out and I see some of these like 70 and 80-year-old people playing, and I'm like, I might be okay by then. I don't know.
Hey, we better still be playing by then.
Yeah. If they can do it, I feel like I'll be able to.
Oh, totally.
But I feel like I complain about it more than they do. Like I'm like, oh, my back hurts.
They're
or,
just used to it. Yeah.
it's
When
too
you-
hot out here, and they're having a great time.
In 30 years of you dealing with this more, you'll be like, this is normal. So
Yeah,
you won't-
true.
Yeah, you'll get used to it.
True.
Yeah.
Give us something that people might totally misunderstand about being a pro pickleball player.
I think it's a lot harder than people think. I actually had someone just chatting with a friend of a friend, and they're like, "So what do you do all day?" No, like ask this question. I'm like, okay, so where do you want me to start, right? But yeah, so I do a couple hours of coaching. I drill a lot. I don't play as much as I drill, but I drill. Again, recovery, gotta add that in there. I mean, going to the gym, sometimes you're playing twice a day. You're playing 20 plus tournaments a year, right? So doing the travel, you have, sponsorship obligations, so social media, all of these videos, right? You have interviews, you have all of these things that you have to do that people don't really see behind the scenes, right? And that's really it. I mean, you're out there, it's so hot right now, especially here. Like last week was brutal.
Oh, yeah.
And you're, keeled over after an hour. You're like, oh my God, it's like 120 on the court. And you're grinding, you're just sweating it out, you're working your butt off. And so I think that's the part that people don't really see. They see this, oh, cool, you get to go all over the world and play pickleball. How cool. And you're like, dude, I'm busting it here. Like I'm working my butt off here. So that's the biggest thing is, I think people just think pro pickleball is just this little fun game, and it is, but it's just a whole different world.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing it because you love it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
There's probably, other jobs out there you could do, but you're doing pickleball because you love it. And I feel like now as a pro, especially like today, like you almost have to brand yourself too. So you have to be constantly working at that too. And I feel like you've been so good, like, because we've looked at your Instagram and I feel like you travel a lot and you do a lot of things. Super cool. But
thanks.
That's the stuff that people, they might see the videos you put up, but they don't see the work that you put in it. And
yes,
like you said, how much you're drilling, and you're not just out there casually playing and having a good time. You're working to get better.
Yeah. And I get that too. So, social media, you put out there what you want people to see, right? And so thanks for the compliment for my social media. I've been trying. But yeah, so people just say, oh, your life looks so great. You're just traveling all the time and it's great. I'm like, well, yes, but it does get lonely. And I miss my family. I miss my house I pay for every month, But it is great, right? You have this blessing, which is amazing that I have the opportunity to do it. But yeah, there's definitely some lows. That's just in any sport, any avenue of life, right? Not to get super deep, but like you have your weeks where you're like, I'm burned out. I don't know, if I even want to step on a court today, right? But you have to just push through that and look at the bigger picture.
Yeah, 100%. I get that. I mean, I feel like even if you're doing something you love, you can get a little, not jaded, but you can get a little like you said, burnt out on it.
Right.
And that's when that mental side really comes in, and you got to like kind of figure out what's good for you, whether it's like going to listen to some good music or go ripping it at karaoke or doing something cool.
Oh yeah,
like that's what Frank does when he's feeling.
Yeah. What's your go-to karaoke song?
I haven't sang karaoke in like 20 years.
Don't let him lie to you. It's since you've been gone, Kelly Clarkson.
It must
every
be.
time.
You can hit those notes.
Oh, I can crush those notes.
See,
I won't do it here though. I don't want to be signed to any music labels.
That was my next question.
They'll snatch me right up
American
outside of this,
Idol,
outside of this major pickleball scene we have going on right here.
Yeah, we don't want to lose him. We need him for the podcast.
We need you we need to add more medals up there.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll enter like 2 more tournaments just to fill that out.
Bring your karaoke medals, dude.
Yeah, it's perfect. We'll go. Maybe we can play mixed, and we'll go in like an unranked tournament.
Unranked.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll have you wear like the mask with the glasses and the nose. No one will know it's you. We'll change your name.
Well, probably not. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, it's fine, and then we'll get a medal.
I mean, I did tell you guys I went out to open play once at Collins. Just went out there and there were some people that were like, oh, Olivia's playing open play, but half the people were like, oh yeah, like, we're next or what. I'm like, all right, like, sounds good. I don't know how this works.
Yeah. We've been trying to tell people that's where the big dogs play.
Oh yeah.
So if you're not a big dog,
you're not a big dog, can't play.
Now people know.
Yeah. Now people know.
It's
there
out there.
It is.
We're talking about the mental game. How do you process losses on the pro tour? Is there a process of you breaking it down? Do you watch the film? Do you kind of just say, let's flush it, move on to the next one? Or what's your game plan for that?
I think it depends, right? So I think being on the PPA tour, you're obviously playing against the best in the world, right? So Anna Lee, the Anna Brights, and, you kind of go into those matches a completely different mindset than you would like a round of 32. So it depends. I mean, there are losses that I've had that I feel really good about. I'm like, I feel like I've had some breakthroughs. I implemented things well. And, tactically speaking, I think I'm okay. And so I'll go back, I'll look at that. I'll say, where could I go, improve a little bit? And then there are matches where, I mean, vulnerably speaking, you're like, I played horribly and I don't even want to watch that back. Right. And I know that's probably, not great, but there's sometimes you're like, I just can't. Right. I want to just flush it and move on and, be a goldfish and forget about it. But for the most part, yeah, you have to watch those back. And there are some times where I'm like, oh my God, wide open. Like, where are you going? Why are you making that same mistake? Or that's, you're attacking someone and they're just ready for it. Right. So it is good. And then you can go back to the drawing board and just hit the ground running. But I don't let it fester too much. I'm like, give me 5 minutes. I'll walk off the court. Give me 5-10 minutes and then I'll be happy again.
That's good. Yeah. I'm not there yet.
Oh no?
Are you a powder?
I live with it for a while. I'll come home and I'll just be like, I need to get out there and play again and redeem
Or I guess
myself.
a phone call.
Yeah.
It's an hour recap on open play.
Hour recap. Open play. Wow.
Yeah, it's very serious.
Yeah.
Wow. Yep.
That's why
That's all
he's
I
like,
do.
we should just start a podcast. I'm like, we basically podcast from the parking lot after open play for an hour, so we might as well.
Just mic up.
That's all.
Yeah. Actually, that would be really funny. Just mic up after that.
We were thinking about miking ourselves during a tournament so people could see how unserious we are, but we'll get to that at some point.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that could go viral.
I mean,
I should coach you guys. So mic me up, coaching
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
that could be.
That would be hilarious.
You might decide to quit.
I might just take the mic off. All right,
The mic will be thrown at my head at some point. That's a guarantee.
Oh yeah.
All right, so you're talking about playing some of the top players. What's the process for studying the competition versus kind of staying in your own lane as far as the strategy goes? Talk more about like how you would prepare for somebody that is top 10, I guess, as opposed to maybe you're playing somebody that's new to the sport that just went pro.
Sure. I mean, yeah, very, very different. And to go back, I mean, we all play each other all the time. I mean, there are a couple of us that have played each other 4 or 5 times in a row and we joke about it. We're like, all right, see you next week, right? And that's just how the draws end up. But we kind of know each other really well, but it's also partnerships, right? So you kind of play a little bit different depending on who you're playing with. And if it's mixed, if it's women's, people who are new to the scene, right? It's easier to kind of play more classic pickle because a lot of them are just coming from tennis. So they're running to just rip it, right? Rip it from the baseline, rip it from transition zone and just all of those things. So I've found playing newer players, like you can just dink a little bit more. They're not super comfortable with the soft game yet. Whereas if you're playing a top 10 player, you're going back, you're looking at video. If I've played them before, you make mental notes, you watch their matches before, right? So every match you have, you'll look over and you'll see the people you're supposed to play next watching you. So you'll kind of get that dynamic. Okay, do they talk well? Is the middle covered? Who's playing who? Are they stacking? So there's a lot of questions that you can get answered, honestly, just by watching them 10 minutes before you play them. So lots of different ways to prepare.
Did you ever try just playing right-handed the whole time to throw them off, and then you come back and you're left-handed?
Yeah, I actually that's the only time I've won a couple rounds right-handed.
That's perfect, yeah.
Oh man, yeah. But honestly, there are people, there are pros that I've played, and they're like, you know how long it took us to notice you're left-handed? I'm like, that's a red flag. Like, okay. But yeah, even people I coach, they're like, oh my God, you're left-handed. I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
So I think lefties can tell lefties a lot faster.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Right? Because righties, it's like, oh, everyone's right-handed. But
Yeah, I'll hit someone's backhand like 40 times and be like, why is this coming back so good and fast? And
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, they're lefty, and then I turn around and serve and forget.
yeah, exactly.
That's where my brain
you go
goes.
right to their forehand, and that's the thing. People try and thread the needle, and you're just sitting there in the audible frustration. They're like, "Oh, she's left-handed," and I just giggle. I'm like, "Yep, gotcha."
That's awesome.
If you could give advice to somebody that's new to going pro, what would you tell them on and off the court?
New to going pro,
Mm-hmm.
so on the court, I would say, don't overcomplicate. Right. So you see a lot of people try to do all of these incredible shots and all this topspin, and you see this and you're like, just play classic pickle, or just simplify your strategies, right? They don't have to be super complex. Just pick your targets and be able to adapt, right? So I think communication super big. Off the court, I think just make connections, right? Just have fun, connect with other pros, try and play as many pickup games as you can. So practice games while you're there. And that's where you get a lot of partnerships. Like I've definitely landed some partnerships off of people watching, but also just like, hey, do you guys, want to warm up with us? And then you get to see other people's game styles. So I would just say get out there and just put yourself out there.
You mentioned that you do coach pickleball. We've had this discussion before because we felt like a lot of people have had this conversation where it's like, I'm not good enough. I don't want to get a lesson yet. Where we feel like once we took a lesson was like, whoa, why didn't we do this sooner?
Yeah, we have a lot of bad habits.
So when should people be taking a lesson? Is it like as soon as they realize they're hooked into pickleball, or is it like right out of the gate? Or obviously they should not be waiting like we did because...
Yeah, I think if you have the means and you have someone in mind, definitely just take a lesson whenever you're ready. I coach people that have never picked up a paddle before to people that are 4.0, 4.5, and they're like, God, I got some bad habits. And that's actually more challenging, right? Because breaking habits is so hard. So I would encourage people who have played a couple times and they're like, man, I actually really enjoy this sport. I want to actually learn a little bit more, to take a lesson or even take a clinic, right? Because you learn so much. The amount of times I hear from people in the first 15 minutes, they're like, I didn't know this. I'm like, well, welcome, right? So I think it's just early on to establish those good habits.
That's what we found out the hard way.
We are living that nightmare.
And Keith found out the hard way.
Yeah, we were like, we're going to go into this lesson. We're going to do all these advanced shots. We're going to be flicking. We're going to be doing all these rolls. And he was like,
what are you doing?
What are you doing? I was like,
first hit. Like,
yeah,
that's not how you do it.
Yeah, it's funny because I like to prompt people. I say, okay, tell me about your game. What do you want to work on? And then they'll tell me, right? It's like, I want to do this back end flick, or I saw Gabe Tardio hit this like back end flick. I'm like, here we go. I'm like, okay. I'm like, let's hit a couple dings first. Let's warm up. And then they can hit 10 dings in a row. I'm like, all right, time out.
Yeah.
We got to go back to fundamentals. If you can't dink 10 balls in a row, how are you going to flick out of the air?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So sometimes you do have to go down just a little bit, but once you figure that out, you're like, light bulb. Like, that's how I set up the shot to be able to do the shot that I want to work on, right?
Yeah.
So you got to think a couple steps ahead.
Yeah, I think that there was the thing for me is like when I first started doing this, I was like, dinking sucks. I hate it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I liked just hitting it hard, and
you hated coming up too. You were like, I'm not coming up.
Yeah,
Why would I come up to the
That's
kitchen?
a big habit I see. I'm like, get up. Get to the kitchen line.
But I think that's what it was too, is like I didn't really focus on dinking because when you're getting into like a beginner level, there's not a lot of dinking. A lot of it is just
sure.
Hitting and then hitting out of bounds and unforced errors. But it's just like
that's us.
Yeah. Shout out. But you know what I mean? So I think dinking isn't really on your mind when you're starting out. You're just kind of focusing more on just getting the ball over the net and all these cool things. So
yeah, I mean, step one, get the ball in.
Yeah.
Right. If you can't get the ball in, you can't start the point. But yeah, I hear that a lot. Like, why do we dink? I'm like, well, then why do we dink? Let's break that down, right? And so there's this, assumption that dinking is just this kind of dead ball in the kitchen and it's unattackable. It's like, no, you can actually hit it at people's feet, make them pop it up, right? You can make a dink offensive. And once people figure that out, I like dinking. I can hit 2 dinks at someone's left foot. They pop it up and now I get to hit my overhead. So it's all in the mindset and how you frame it. And that's just kind of how I coach. I'm like, listen, go behind them once and then you're good.
Yeah.
Right? Like very easy strategies that, your level can easily implement. And then you get that confidence. You're like, I can dink, right? I can win these easy points.
Yeah. I think it was like once we started learning that and doing that, it was like, you see how valuable it is. It's a really valuable shot to have. And
you have to figure that out yourself. Like the dink light bulb has to go off because we can say it a million times, but until you actually say, oh my God, all I have to do is dink 4 times because someone else doesn't know how to dink either, I'll just win those points.
Yeah.
And then you start to realize, okay, I get it.
Yeah. Or after 2 dinks, maybe your partner's just going to want to speed everything up into the net.
I've done that. That's me. Yeah, patience though. Like sometimes
Yeah.
I'll just make it a point. I'm like, I'm not speeding this up. I'm
Yeah.
not going to do it.
Right.
And then it's like the other person either speeds up from the kitchen, it blows out the back,
Yeah.
or they hit it into the net. And I'm like, why can't I just do this all the time?
Yeah.
Why can I not just?
Discipline.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it happens at all levels. So you're like, okay, don't speed up, but don't get too passive, right? It's like
Yeah.
this happy medium that you have to find in pickle, and it's tough. It's like you don't want to speed right up, but some people will lure you to do that. So it's all in the mind.
Yeah, yeah. It feels a little awkward sometimes when you're just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. But
I know.
Once you learn it, it's like, yeah, I don't have to speed everything up into the net. Like Frank. I don't have to be a Frank.
Don't be like Frank.
Don't do it.
Although he does have a medal and I don't have a medal, so
Carl, where's your medal? It's over there. The
Yeah.
Dundee Award.
I'm still working on it.
All right.
It's in the mail.
Lost in the mail.
Yeah.
What's one strategic adjustment you've made that's made a big impact on your game?
I think being more offensive. So I was known as more of a scrappy defensive player, and which I still am, but I started to realize once the game started becoming a lot faster, I can't be reactive at all. I need to create. And so I've worked probably the last year, and also playing the best will make you realize really fast, like, oh boy, I got to start creating that. I can't just wait for someone to attack me and play defense all the time. So I've worked a lot in getting from defense to offense, and also just staying in offense and kind of shortening the swings a little bit, and just being more aggressive and just believing in moving forward and closing when I need to. That's been a big thing for me.
Yeah, I like that. So, like when you're going into like a match, like how much of your game plan is decided before you step on the court, and how much is like adjusted in real time?
Sure. I mean, you always have a game plan going in, but that game plan is going to change infinitely, right? So you have a game plan like, hey, let's just drive middle. There's 2 backhands in the middle, or, something. But if they start covering that well and they like their backhand, that's changing, right? I might need to drop cross, or I might need to drive to a different spot. So I feel like every point until you figure out the weakness of the team, your game plan is going to be changing. And that's how you see, after every point, you see pros always talking, because it's like, oh, wait, if we went behind her, she's not shifting over, we can go here, right? And you're just always trying to find that, the secret sauce.
Yeah, and that's like the strategy that you were bringing up. That's
right. I mean, you have to, right? You have to brainstorm until you find that one game plan that works. And then when that stops working, all right, let's find another one.
yeah, and you guys kind of both communicate mid-match if you have to, and adjust from there.
Yeah, and that's why timeouts are so valuable, right? I mean, you're frustrated, you're not doing well as a team. Okay, timeout. Let's just talk about it,
Yeah.
right? So always use your timeouts.
Yeah, or kick the ball away from you and walk slow to pick it up. And take a breath.
Whatever you got to do.
Yeah, we've heard that from a couple of pros.
Yeah,
in that
you can't
seat.
take them with you. Might as well use them.
Yeah.
Speaking of balls, we have the lifetime ball now.
Yes,
See that
we do.
transition.
That was really good, Frank.
What are your thoughts on the lifetime ball? Because a lot of mixed bags here on this.
Well, okay, so I think the Vulcan, we all know, didn't bounce as well as other balls, or even the lifetime ball, right? So you went from kind of a lower bouncing ball to now the lifetime ball is a lot bouncier. So what I found in Atlanta was tennis players coming in, right? You were seeing a lot of upsets or three game matches, because you can tee off on that, because it bounces up a little bit higher over the net, so you have more opportunity to be aggressive. So you're seeing a lot more firefights. You're seeing the game just completely change. There wasn't a whole lot of dinking. The ball's bouncier. So you have to change your game plan.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think about that compared to the Vulcan. So it's pretty different, I'm sure, going into it.
Yeah, it's much different.
Yeah, that's I played with it a few times and I really liked it. But we haven't really played with it too much.
We have one up there, but we have not. I haven't hit it yet, but I know you only used it the one
I liked
time.
it. I mean, it was kind of cool. I felt like I could time out my shots a little better. It's like you have more time to react because it's bouncing up higher. But it definitely was different. Not that I'm not as familiar as you are. My consistency's all over the place. So it's hard for me to tell, but I did like it playing with it.
And the Vulcan ball seems to wear out quickly.
It wears out quickly. So to have a lifetime ball, I have a couple, and they've actually lasted quite a while. So the longevity of the ball is important, and it is nice because it's consistent, right? I mean, unfortunately, sometimes the Vulcan balls, we got some funny bounces, but I haven't seen too much of that with the lifetime ball. So we'll see how it kind of plays out going from here.
Yeah. Is that something you're excited about?
Yeah,
Using?
We have to use it.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm excited. I mean, I think it's change. So embrace the change, and here we go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Carl, do you want to hit some rapid fire questions here?
Yeah. Let's see what we got here.
Obviously, we're really serious, so make sure you take these questions serious.
All right, I'm nervous.
Yeah, please. It's going to be... I don't know if you ever experienced
Frank
anything
wrote these down, so
Yeah, I
blame
did.
him.
Yeah, these are
All
all
right.
mine.
All right. Rapid fire. If you don't want to answer it, if you want to pass it, we can come later.
Just skip it.
You know what I mean?
All
You're too
right.
competitive. You're never going to skip it.
I mean, I don't want to skip it, but here we go.
All right. Favorite tournament city you've been to?
San Clemente.
That was quick.
Everybody's
Oh,
answer.
wait. Can I take that back?
Sure.
I don't know. Yeah.
Australia, Gold Coast.
Ooh.
Yes. I feel like
That's
you're
cool.
there often, it feels like.
I was.
Yeah.
Well, so I was playing the MLP. I went to New Zealand and Australia. So I went to 2 events. And then they kind of changed the format a bit, which didn't unfortunately work with my schedule here. So, but it was great. I mean, to go over there and meet a lot of international players, super cool.
Yeah. So normally I'm trying to rapid fire, but
Yeah, sorry,
I'm
we
gonna,
definitely.
I'm
that
gonna
was my
open
bad.
this up because
We're allowed to derail.
I have a question.
Okay.
Like, because you do seem to travel a lot. Is that something you enjoy? Or are you doing it more of like a necessity or something to kind of like, break out into like different areas,
Right.
or do you actually really enjoy it?
I love it. So my previous corporate job, I traveled all over, and I had coworkers from all over the world. So culturally, I love experiencing new places, and I love establishing relationships. Relationship building is like a big strength of mine. So going over there and really meeting new people and asking questions like, "Hey, how is pickleball different here than in the States?" And they asked me the same. They're like, "PPA in the States, like how is that?"
Yeah.
But it's just a really cool experience to meet people that are playing in Australia, but they're playing in Asia, and they're going all over, and they're playing a completely different sport in a different world, right? I mean, pickleball is just different in everywhere you go.
Yeah.
What's the change, I guess, if you play in Australia versus the US? What's like one difference that you notice playing over there?
So I would say they're playing more classic pickle still, which is awesome. I was like, man, I'm dinking a lot. But I would say in the States, we're playing really fast, right? I mean, you're seeing this every tournament. It's getting faster and faster and faster. And so internationally, it's getting there, right? You're still seeing a lot of drops, and you're still seeing a lot of dinking, which is nice. But they're catching up fast. I think the whole of pickleball is getting really fast because of the paddles. But
All right.
back to rapid fire.
Back to rapid fire.
That was not so rapid fire.
We don't have to be
not.
rapid here. Ooh, this is a good one,
We did
Frank.
touch on this.
This is a good one.
Go ahead.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Oh my god, I haven't done karaoke
See?
in years.
Frank can show you the ropes.
Yeah.
I did. I used to do Super Bass by Nicki Minaj with a friend of mine.
That's amazing. I love that answer.
Don't ask me to do it again because I probably couldn't.
All right. Window or aisle seat on a plane?
Aisle.
I'm an aisle person too.
Same.
Yeah, I'm not 5 anymore. I don't need to see out the window. No, I'm just kidding. One word people overuse.
Like.
Ooh, guilty.
Same.
What's a food you would ban from the planet entirely?
Mayonnaise.
How dare you?
I gotta answer faster.
We'll work on this.
Morning person or night owl?
Morning.
If you had to give a TED Talk with zero prep, what's your topic?
Pickleball.
Yeah, I think that's obvious. That was a bad question,
See.
Frank.
You should have said besides pickle.
Okay, yeah, but besides pickle.
So now you set yourself up.
Honestly, I think just my experience as an athlete,
Yeah.
college athlete,
Oh, I
and
like
how
that.
it translates to the workforce. So.
There.
Dude,
Now
solid.
we're getting some LinkedIn material here.
Oh yeah.
This is good.
All right. Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
I agree. Tournament you circle on your calendar every year as a favorite.
San Clemente.
Most irrational fear.
Oh,
It's deep over here.
dang. That's a
See, we were setting you up, and now it's serious.
not accomplishing your dreams.
Ooh, I like it.
Having regrets, I suppose. That's a better answer.
That's good. And this question, Frank, I'm not sure about, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Last one, Carl demanded I put this question on.
Yeah, I was
Adam.
super adamant that this go in
It's
there.
a really serious one, so we're getting deep now.
Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? I don't know why you're fighting horses anyway, or ducks.
Yeah.
They seem pretty
I think
passive.
just one horse-sized duck.
One big duck.
Yeah, you got 20 coming at you from all angles, or you just got one
Okay,
blind spot.
I agree with that.
fair.
See, this is why she's professional.
That's why she's ready for these questions. All right, that is the rapid fire section, and now we are done. Thank you for giving us your time, and we basically want to give you some time to promote anything that you want to talk about and anything that's going on with you.
Yeah, sure. So I briefly talked about Stop Alzheimer's Now. There's a group of us pros that, people really know what this is now, and I get stopped on the street when people asking me, especially in the airport, people are like, wait, what is this? And it brings me great pride when people ask. But yeah, so them lucky in love with my clothing. They're incredible. Dr. Kelfire supplements, Method Health on Daniel Island. They keep me straight. All of my ailments, and Tempesta. So just all of my awesome sponsors. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it without them. And also my super great agent, Nate. He wanted me to call him out. So.
Shout out Nate.
Shout out Nate.
Nate,
We're
Yes.
big Nate fans here.
Huge Nate fans. Yeah. He's the best. I've honestly never met a more supportive person in my life. So super, super awesome. And
That's
my parents,
awesome.
of course.
Oh yeah, gotta
Obvious.
shout them out.
I mean, that goes without saying.
fantastic.
A1 from day one.
Oh yeah.
No, but thank you guys so much for having me. This was a blast.
No, thank you so much for
Yeah.
being here. We really appreciate it. We needed the female presence, and we said, who are we going to get? We got to get the scrappy one from Charleston.
I mean,
that's you.
obviously, yes.
Obviously. So, all right. That is episode 12 of Unforced Errors. You can watch us, listen to us, doing anything you want at Unforced Errors PB everywhere. Stream it on YouTube. Walk away. We don't care. Just give us a view, and we'll go from there. So until the next one, we are out. See ya.
See ya.